Dimension.
Hello, dear audience and my inquisitive friends. Today, By Shehryar Zeeshan is here to present a presentation on the topic of exploring disposable plastics as a health and as an environmental hazard. This is a presentation by me, and I am from 6 Blue, so let's get started. How are plastics made? What components are used to make it? Plastics are derived from crude oil. Crude oil are processed in refineries. Some of the products refineries makes are called petrochemicals such as ethane and propane, which are converted by cracking into ethylene and propylene, which are known as monomers. Plastics are created by chemical bonding of many identical molecules. These polymers or plastics are specifically made of small units bonded into long chains. Carbon makes up the backbone of the molecule and hydrogen atoms are bonded along with the carbon backbone.
Perplexing elaboration.
Due to their versatility, plastics can be produced for almost any imagined purpose. A huge range of polymers or plastics exist today and are used for many different applications. Their versatility has made them one of the most useful classes of substances that we rely on in today's society. Due to too much use of these plastics, they are found in birds, fishes, and in other organisms that are connected indirectly or directly to our food chain. This versatility can be attributed to many different ways, for example, by adopting 3 R's that are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Uses of plastics in daily life. Versatile plastics are everywhere, which inspire innovations that help make a life better, healthier, safer every day. Plastics are used to make bicycle helmets, child safety seats, airbags in automobiles, and they are used in cell phones, televisions, and other electronic equipment that makes modern life possible. So plastics are everywhere. Polystyrene, PET, Perspex are some examples of plastics that we use in our daily life. Thermoplastics and thermosetting are two main groups of plastics. Their sub-examples are polyurethane and bakelite, when respectively. When thermoplastics are heated, they become flexible. There are no cross-links and molecules that can slide over one another. So thermoplastics are quite flexible, whereas thermosetting polymers or plastics do not often soften when they are heated because molecules are cross-linked and they remain rigid. So bakelite is one of the example of thermosetting which are used to make telephones, and thermoplastic can be found almost anywhere. Polyurethane sheets are made out of it. So let's explore more in our next slide. Hazardous effect of plastics on humans, marine life, soil, agriculture. Humans are the creators. We are the creators of plastics. Plastics produce chemicals that are dangerous to health and are life-threatening and cause life-threatening diseases such as cancer, lung disease, liver problems, birth defects, and neurological disorders and deaths. Marine life is also very threatened by plastics. Plastics are very hazardous material with respect to its effect on environment. It does not degrade or decompose very easily. So plastics are quite rigid in these situations and circumstances. And they can create large quantities of landfills and garbage dumps. Radon, the impact of this material is adversely affecting our oceans on Earth. Soil and agriculture. The littering of plastics in open unhygienic conditions. As it When we litter in unhygienic conditions, these unhygienic spots act as a breeding ground for insects and mosquitoes that cause diseases like malaria and plastics can undergo and do not undergo degradation, thus they stay in soil for many years, which affects the fertility and the quality of soil. Types of plastics that we use in daily life and examples are provided below with the properties as well. Some plastics are hard, uniforms, and have extreme strengths, tensile strength and yield strength. They can bear scratches and are clear as good as and have optical properties as well. Some are non-toxic and they can be very resistant to chemicals such as acid because they never react with them. With exception to superacids. They are light, some are light, hard, stiff, often transparent, and others are brittle with low impact strength. They are water resistant. So there is no doubt in that plastics come in a variety of colors and shapes and textures, and everything can be attributed to their versatility. And they are used for even water bottles and can be chemically and weather resistant as well. They are good insulators of sound and heat as well. They are sometimes they can conduct good electrical they can insulate good electrical things, and that's why they can be found everywhere, from electrical appliances till in the gaseous cylinders that can handle the chemicals and acids. They are buoyant, lightweight, and many other properties are associated with.
Anecdotal time.
Environmental hazard. Most plastics are produced from crude oil, coal or gas, as I explained earlier. Many of them are not biodegradable and have become a visible part of our environmental litter. Hazardous effects of plastics on environment and atmosphere. The distribution of plastics of debris is highly variable as a result of certain factors. So they are affecting wind. Plastics are affecting wind, ocean currents, coastline, geography, urban areas, and trade routes of human population. Human population is a major factor that plays a role in this. Plastics are likely to be found in enclosed regions, thus releasing obnoxious and toxic gases when burned and making the atmosphere more polluted. So you can associate plastics with a toxic pollutant that is increasing day by day, so we need to reduce it. Plastics can absolutely be found anywhere from the Arctic to the Antarctica. It clogs the drains in our cities, it litters the campgrounds, the national parks, and metaphorically, it is even piling up till Mount Everest. Plastic can poison our food chain because the plants or animals that we eat are indirectly and directly linked to our eating habits. So, when they consume plastic, they are indirectly affecting us as well. That they are even affecting the plankton, the tiniest creature in our oceans, and are eating microplastics and are hazardous in absorbing chemical. The tiny broken down pieces of plastics are displacing algae, which is needed to sustain a larger area of sea life who feed upon them. We are on an unavoidable verge of plastics, plague of plastics basically. 7 different types of plastics that are recyclable. Polyethylene, one is associated with polyethylene, and 2 is associated with polyethylene that is of high density. 3 is associated with polyvinyl chloride, and 4 is associated with polyethylene of lower density. 5 is associated with polypropylene, 6 is with polystyrene, and 7 can be attributed with various types of other plastics. So it covers a large range of plastics.
Unique miscellaneous knowledge.
adverse effects that plastics are like causing on our day-to-day lives. Turtles are eating, fauna is affected, and air pollution is caused. Our forests are burning due to the it is affecting the environment basically. And where we live in Pakistan, there is a huge production of plastics, and the littering level is high as well. Every piece of plastic ever made still exists. Plastic waste is thrown into sea and kills up to 1 million sea creatures every year. Save the planet, reuse everything you can. A plastic cup takes 50 to 80 years to decompose. So think about those numbers and realize and take a step forward to do something actually. Plastics are littering everywhere, they are everywhere. Ways to overcome these problems. Now we come to the positive side, how we can stop put an end to these problems. We have to stop using the disposable bags, plastic bags. About 90% of plastic products used every day are thrown away and then never used again. For example, plastic wrap, grocery bags, straws, coffee cups, cup lids, and among are some of them among the group of this. We can reuse the materials in their original form instead of throwing them away, or pass those materials on to others who can use them too. Remember, one man's trash is the other's man's treasure. We can use compact fluorescent lights which use 70% less energy than the incandescent light bulbs. We can save energy by using these. We can use less energy. When we use less energy, it ultimately means that we are reducing the greenhouse gas effect. Reduce, reuse, and recycle are ultimately linked together. Reduce is to make smaller the waste amount that we produce. My advice over here to you is to buy less and use less. Waste and how we choose to handle it affects our world and environment. That's your environment, so you have to take care of it. Environment is everything around you. The air you breathe, the water you drink, the land on you walk, the plants that provide you oxygen, and the man-made artificial things, of course, are linked. Now here we come to a phenomenon that everyone can implement in their daily lives. We have to recycle for a healthy environment and for your own health and happiness. You should understand why effective waste management is so important to you and everyone else. The waste we create has to carefully be controlled and to be sure that it does not harm your environment and your health. Use incinerators can rightly treat waste products that are pollutants in all three prospects, that are land, water, and air. We have to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Dear audience, thank you so much for watching my presentation till the end, and hope you learned something new from this presentation, and I hope that you will implement it in your daily lives and make a change towards concerning our worthy planet Earth, Mother Earth, that is our home. So thank you once again for watching my presentation. See you again. Goodbye. Take care and Allah Hafiz.